Hi YouTube, it's Bethany from Madeline Jean Antiques and Restoration. I'm starting this video on the other side of my workshop. I usually start it over in the nice area in my basement. That's usually my staging area. It's nice and clean. This area is where I work. It's very messy. I need to clean this area up. So this video is going to be, I believe, the 5th video in my series called Back to the Basics. So what I'm doing here on my channel is we're going to go back to the basics when it comes to refinishing, restoring, painting furniture, upcycling furniture, whatever you want to call it and label it. I'm trying to give you guys intro level methods and skills that I've learned over the years that I think that would be valuable to you. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to color match an existing finish that you have on a piece of furniture. And say you have a nick out of the veneer's missing and you have to patch it. But not only do you have to patch it, you have to color match it to what the existing finish is or what you are going to stain it. I've done some videos more in depth on how to fix broken veneer and missing veneer. I'm going to put a link to those videos. They're longer and they have been informative to people, but this one I'm going to try and quickly teach you how to do this and the methods that I have used over the years. And let me preface this by saying I am always learning when it comes to this. This is probably the most challenging part to refinishing and restoring furniture, is to color match and fix things and make it look like it never happened. You're trying to camouflage it and fix it the best way you can. And I have learned a lot of things along the way, but I'm still learning because there's so many products out there and a lot of them are expensive. I'm going to be truthful on that. So when you're color matching old finishes and trying to do that, the products that are out there, they aren't cheap. So when you watch this, go easy on me. I'm just trying to teach from a beginner's level of what you can do to start this journey. And, you know, if you want to be an expert, go for it. If you're like me, I'm going to say I'm kind of mid-range to lower range on my confidence level with doing this, but I think I'm pretty good at it. So we're going to go upstairs and fix a piece of furniture that my significant other broke accidentally, but I'm heartbroken over it because it's one of my favorite pieces of furniture that I have. So I need to go fix it. So we're going to go upstairs and let's get started on this. Okay, the first thing that you're going to need to get, and this is going to seem really odd, but you're going to need a glass plate. And when I say glass plate, not one out of your cupboard right now. Go get a cheap one. I just got this over at the Dollar Tree, and I occasionally have a few of these in my workshop, and you're going to see exactly why we need this. Okay, just as I was carrying my ring light upstairs, the thing totally collapsed and it hit me in the head, and literally the ring light was like around my neck like a necklace. My head hurts so bad right now. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna include this in there in my video. Oh my gosh, that hurts so bad. Okay, let me go see if I can pull myself together for a moment. Pardon moi. Okay, I redid my makeup a little bit, but it hurts. It stinks. Okay, so if I start glitching in the middle of this video, you'll know why. It's remnants of me hitting my head on this ring light. So anyways, let's get to the project at hand. This antique wagon seat. Oh my gosh, I love this wagon bench. I bought this wagon bench, how long ago? I'm gonna say 4 years ago. I love it so much. And here we go. Let me get a better, you guys can get a better look-see at it. It is so unique and it's large and it has a number on it and it's authentic and I love it so much. Well, my significant other, I think, was reaching over to shut off on this tree that I have in the corner of my living room that lights up. Hi, Biscuit. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. And his knee literally went through the bench. So this whole piece right here fell through to the bottom of the bench. So I was able to re-brace the back of this bench. I put some braces in, oak wood, so it's stabilized now. The top part here, it literally was in shambles. It was crumbled. I was able to get all the pieces together, and I used epoxy because I wanted to make sure it was going to be strong. So I put epoxy, puzzled it all back together, glued it all together, and then I filled in what was missing with wood putty. So you can see, obviously even from this angle, that the wood putty is a lot lighter than the rest of the bench. So what we're going to do is we're going to color match that, and we're going to disguise it, hopefully, fingers crossed. We're going to be able to disguise this mistake. Yes, it was an accident, but I'm really upset about it. And I'm going to try and fix this. So I'm going to turn the camera around, give you guys a close-up look of what we're dealing with. Here you go. So there's the bench. There's bacon. So cute. There's Biscuit. So cute. Let's get that out of the way. Cute dogs. Here's the bench. Love this bench. And here we go. So we're going to need to, I say we because we're in this together, you guys. We're going to fix this area as much as we can. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to pull up a chair because we might be here for a while. So, or maybe I won't to get into this angle here. Okay, so the materials that we're going to need to fix something like this. This is where the glass plate comes into play. I have learned, because I've used like plastic trays before, the chemicals that we'll be using, it'll eat through a plastic tray. So you need glass for sure. And what the glass does also, so if you're color matching, you put this over and you're going to be able to see that original finish through it. And you're going to be able to better color match your old finish with your new color that you're making. So if you have it, like if you had a bowl or a plate or a tray or something off to the side, it's really hard. You're kind of looking back and forth. Here, you're right on top and you're mixing your colors here, your pigments, and you can see exactly the color that you need right through the glass. I hope that makes sense. So the carrier, when someone uses the word carrier, I didn't know what that meant when I first started fixing furniture. Carrier means what are you using to carry the color over, and I'm going to use acetone. This gets stinky, so I'm going to prop my door open here in the back, and then I might do it in the front here. It is warm today in New Hampshire. We're like in the mid 40s. So I'm going to use acetone as my carrier, and what I mean, it's going to carry the pigments. So I got a whole bunch of detail brushes. You're going to need a whole bunch of detail brushes. And the product that I love to use, or products, I should say, are by MOHAWK. So MOHAWK makes a slew of restoration, refinishing products. Like if you really get into this, they have toners, they have aerosols, they have pigments. That's what these are here. They're pigment powders, and a little goes a long way. So I bought all these pigment powders years ago. They were a lot of money, and you're gonna be like, if you look at some of these prices for pigment powders and kits, some of the pigment powders come like 3 in a pack, 6 in a pack, 12 in a pack, and you can just go up and up from there. They get into the hundreds, high hundreds of dollars. So I think this amount that I got here was probably over $100, but I've had it for years and I've hardly gone through any of them. So you got all these colors, a lot of browns, some yellows here, obviously a black, a white, we have a bright red as well. And what you do is you're just mixing colors. You can see I did it before here and I learned a hard lesson because this was a plastic tray, and I can see right here it melted. This is when I was first starting to do it, but you can see what I was trying to do was what I'm doing here with the glass plate. I was trying to put this plastic tray over where I was working and color match it. I had a good thought process there, but the acetone or whatever I was using to carry the pigments ended up melting the plastic. So that's why we're going to use the glass. So what I normally do is I get out my pigments. Also, I'm going to put up here MOHAWK, where you can find these products. I'll also put a link underneath this video. I think you can get MOHAWK products on Amazon, so I'll provide those links for you. I also would encourage you to get 2 other types of refinishing, fixing products. That's graining pencils, just like it says here. The graining pencils are great for after you finish filling in the color. Sometimes you need to, depending on the wood, you have to draw in the grain of the wood that you're trying to replicate. So these are very valuable to have as well, these graining pencils. And then also we have the MOHAWK fill stick. These are great to have. I haven't used these much. I think I went on like a spending spree with MOHAWK products at one point. It was like, I think I'm gonna need all of these. So I haven't used these as much, these fill sticks. So we're gonna get started with how I start to do this. So the first thing that I start to do is I try to figure out what is the majority of the color that I'm trying to match. So I would label this darker brown. Darker brown is the majority of the color that I can see here in this original bench seat, along with dark black. I can see a lot of dark black grains and streaks coming in. So I know I'm gonna use black, and I know I'm gonna use like a dark brown. So this is my dark brown, this is a black, and I'm gonna get some, that looks like a major color here. So the brown, I mean, they vary so little. It's really hard at times to go, okay, what's the slight difference there? So it's like, have you ever picked out white paint and you learn, like, you start to put the swatches next to each other, like, oh, that has a gray undertone, that has a yellow undertone. That's why when I usually go and get like white paint or a shade of white, I get a bright white swatch and I compare it to that so I can see the undertones. So that's what I do here with a lot of these browns, is I'll flip them upside down so I can see kind of what am I dealing with here. So, I mean, these are different browns, believe it or not. All of these are. So that's the darkest one. I can see this one has more of a red undertone to it. This one too. So it can be kind of difficult to pick which ones. You're going to have to experiment. Again, I'm still kind of new to this. So go easy on yourself when you're trying to color match. This is a very hard, I would say, skill to master. And if you watch some of the real professionals out there, they have been doing it a very, very long time. So I can also tell in the wood that borders on this bench, the seat panels are more brown, but I got some orange here that I might have to pull in, and then some yellow as well. So we're gonna experiment here. What I'm gonna do is, so I can quit yakking and you guys can really see what I'm doing, I'll be quiet and we're just gonna film and I'll narrate over it. So that's way you guys can see truly what I'm doing. Okay, you guys, this is where we're at after the first attempt. You can see, I mean, it's not too bad so far. Your first attempt, you're gonna have to do some tweaking. This is what I have. It's not terrible, but it can get a lot better. I noticed I probably shouldn't have added that mustard color. It was making things too light. And I needed to stick with a dark brown, and then a brown that had like a red undertone into it. So I'm gonna keep working this and I will check back with you guys. Okay, everyone, it's the next day and I screwed up. And I can admit this. This is what my channel's about. Like I said, I don't know everything that I'm doing sometimes. So last night it looked great. It color matched. And then I made the mistake of sealing it with MOHAWK's Easy Vinyl Sealer. And it literally caused everything to go dark. So it looks like pudding. Now, does it look terrible? No, but I mean, now it looks like all dark brown. So all that color matching I did kind of just disappeared. So now what I'm doing is I'm using this product, and I've used this product before, but I read on a woodworking forum, oh, try acetone. Acetone is what I was using yesterday as my carrier. I put it here and I was mixing it. And if you noticed in my videos, the acetone was evaporating very quickly. Okay, so it wasn't allowing the pigments to mix very well together. Like my orange was just, when I would transfer it with the acetone, just became orange over here. Here is the orange pigment stain matched with a lighter brown, and I'm getting more of a color match here. And you can see with this 2-minute brush up, this liquid here, it's not evaporating as fast, so I have more work time with it, and I'm gonna be able to color match this bench much better. So, and much better. That is a terrible way of speaking. Bethany, it's gonna be better, okay? So I'm working on it. I made a mistake. This is how we learn, and I'm gonna try and fix it, and I will touch back with you guys in a minute. Okay, I just wanted to show you, I'm getting this to color match quite well over here. So you can see where it looks like pudding. And I'm mixing more yellow with my orange, and I'm getting a pretty good match. So here you can see me, I get a dollop over here and I mix it. And I get a dollop of the orange and I mix it. And I need a little bit more of my light brown. That's you. And I'm gonna bring you over here. And I've been mixing those 3 pigments, and I've been getting a good color match. And then I just come over here and I wipe it on the areas that are way too dark. And it seems to be fixing my mistakes. Yeah, that's a better shade for sure. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. It's starting to look better. I'm camouflaging it better using this 2-minute brush up, touch up brushing liquid. And like I said, I'm using 3 different powder stains. And so I'm gonna let this dry. I think sometimes the more you work something, you get to a point where you just need to like put down the brush, step away, let it dry, and see how it looks. But it's looking better than the glob of pudding that it looked like this morning. So I'm gonna stop here and we're gonna check in a little bit. Okay, here is the final look to the repaired bench. I'm filming it in natural daylight, no artificial lights here. I want you to see what the true color is and what I was able to do. And I'm gonna stop here. I'm sure I could add some more orange tones in the color matching, but I feel like I'm in a good spot. It looks way better than it did this morning. This morning, seriously, it looked like a blob of chocolate pudding was sitting there. And now it has just, it does have some more dimension to it. I mixed up some better colors there, and then I added some graining in with my black graining pencil. So thank you guys for joining me for this back to the basics. Not really a back to the basics. It actually is, but this is more an advanced technique. But I mean, everybody should know this who wants to get into refinishing and restoring furniture, how to color match when you need to do that on a piece of furniture. If there are professional refinishers or restorers out there who happen to see this video and would love to pipe in the comment section, I would love to know what methods, what products do you use when it comes to doing repairs and color matching? And is there any advice you could give me or my followers that could help us get better at this skill? I would truly appreciate it. And as always, please be kind in the comments. I appreciate it. Okay, you guys, that fully concludes this video on my Back to Basics series on how to color match damaged furniture. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up here on YouTube. If you're not following me yet, there is a subscribe button at the lower right-hand corner of this video. Click on that, and not only do you have to do that, you have to go ring the bell. The bell is located on the front page of my YouTube page, video. I don't even know what to call that. It's like the front page. Click on that bell, and then you're going to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I've got some exciting videos on tap. My next one in the series, my Back to Basics series, I'm going to show you guys some secrets and tips on how to decoupage furniture. So we're going to get more into the artistic side of upcycling and DIYing old furniture, as opposed to this video was more concentrated on like true restoration and refinishing furniture. I'd also love to please share some ideas in the comment sections. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to learn about when it comes to old furniture? I think I might be doing another one on how to stage furniture. Hi, Biscuit. Thank you for the kisses. And usually a little doggo comes in to do the sign off with me, and there he is, Mr. Biscuit. Mr. Biscuit, the original OG Chihuahua. You have a birthday next month. You're gonna be 9. You're considered elderly in dog years. I don't like that. I don't like it at all, because you're still my little baby. You look like a puppy still. Yeah. So anyways, those are some of the videos I have in my ticker, all the tabs that I've opened in my brain. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear some, and I'll get on those for you. And until I see you guys again, we'll see you later. Biscuit, you say toodaloo. Say toodaloo. Get to the screen. Say toodaloo. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
And I decided to put my knee on this gorgeous bench that had a yellow cushion that hid the fact that it was an antique.
But you could see that it was an antique.
Yes,
without
I remember the bench.
So you knew it was an antique.
I did.
But you still proceeded to step on it.
I did. I didn't step on it.
With your full weight.
I placed my knee down.
How much do you weigh?
185 pounds. Not very heavy. I placed my knee on this.
Are you sure you didn't jump before you placed your knee?
Placed my knee with half my weight, leaned over, and I cracked through. By accident. Purely remorseful.
Did you cry?
Inside, I cry. I cry every time.
But you didn't cry.
Internally, I cried.
Did you immediately tell me?
I believe I did. I believe you walked in.
Madeline, could you go get the Ring camera footage from inside the house? Thank you.
But look at it now.
Did you fix it?
I did not.
Did you attempt to fix it?
I did try.
Did you attempt to fix it?
I tried to put those pieces together. You remember the shards that were all over the floor?
You mean like Monsters, Inc. when the bedroom doors go through the shredder? Like that?
Yes. Yes. I didn't attempt to hide.
So you attempted to glue it?
I did not.
So what do you mean you attempted to fix
I tried
it?
to push the pieces back together.
The shards?
The shards, yes. But look at it now. It's gorgeous.
But who fixed it?
You did.
Oh.
You're the professional. It took a year, but you fixed it.
And what's it valued at?
I don't, you'd have to tell me that. The fix or the bench?
Both now.
I wouldn't be able to put a price on the fix. The value of the bench is priceless.
So what's the moral of this confession? Why are you confessing?
I certainly feel horrible. A year later, it's brought you a lot of angst. You make it sound like it was intentional. It was not.
I just don't understand how it got broke with such violence.
Would you like me to show you what I did?
No. I just don't think you put half your weight. I think you
I didn't
hopped, skipped, and ran before. You might even put the little trampoline in front of it
I did not.
before you put your weight on
I did
it.
not. This is not modern. One knee on it, lean forward.
And you destroyed it.
I broke it.
Destroyed
It's
it.
not destroyed, it's fixed.
Yeah, but who fixed it?
Yeah. You did. You wouldn't let me look at it or touch it. For a year. You've shamed me.
Okay. But at least you admit it.
I've apologized.
In writing? Have you apologized in writing?
I've written a song.
Ooh, Madeline, get the guitar.